everyone, and welcome to the very first video on my YouTube channel called Techno Reactions. Now, I wanted to make this video because I wanted to kind of give you guys an overview as to why I'm doing this and where the idea came from. So, I'm sure many of you guys have seen different reaction videos on YouTube, you know, people pretty much sitting down in front of their computer and they'll have a video cropped in the corner and they record themselves as they react to different, you know, songs or movie clips or whatever, what have you. But I've noticed for the longest time that no one has ever necessarily done it for electronic music. So I thought it'd be a great idea to give it a shot, you know. I mean, you'll see some videos on YouTube where people are like reacting to like certain EDM songs or whatever, but I don't think anyone has necessarily done it consistently for electronic music. So I came up with this idea maybe like over a year ago, and I always wanted to start doing it, but I never really, you know, got started because of procrastination and a series of life events and what have you. But I feel like now is a good time to give it a shot. Now, a little bit of backstory for me. I have been a diehard fan of electronic music ever since I was a kid. Now, that passion, thanks to my uncle, who was a DJ, and he was very heavily into all forms of electronic music, whether it was techno or trance or house or psy trance or whatever. You know, my uncle, he had it. And I also had a friend who was also into techno music, and I remember in middle school he would download different songs. I don't know if you guys remember LimeWire. He would download different songs and put it on a CD, like a clear disc or whatever, and he'd let me borrow it, and I would go home, and I couldn't wait to get home because what I would do is as soon as I finished my homework, I would grab my mom's car keys and I would sit in my mom's car just to play the CD, and I would listen to the music all night. And from that point on, it just kind of took off, you know. And you know, electronic music has helped me get through a lot of things in life. It was my it was a catalyst for me to just keep on moving forward, and it was the best motivation for me. It helped me in different stages of my life where I was going through depression or heartbreak or where I was struggling or just anything. Techno has always been there, and it means so much to me. Now, the reason why I'm doing this project in particular, and just to kind of like piggyback off of what I said about, you know, how I got involved in electronic music, I'll do another video at another time so that I can really go in depth with you guys as to how I discovered electronic music and all of that. I'll say that for another video, but for this video, I wanted to basically give you guys an overview of why I'm starting this project. And the main reason why is because I am a musical empath, okay? An empath in general is someone who empathizes or someone who feels emotion on a much deeper level. And when it comes to being a musical empath, it's like you're putting those two words together, you're bridging the two. So, you know, you're a person who loves music, but once you bring the empathetic part of it, you know, it becomes a point of where you feel the music on a much more intense level than just the average person who, you know, hears a song or listens to the lyrics and, you know, it invokes emotion. But when you're a musical empath, it's like you express emotion, you know, and you'll do it in front of other people, or you'll even do it on a camera, such as, you know, what I'll be doing with you guys throughout this series. Now, a lot of my friends and family, they know how crazy and obsessed I am with electronic music. I mean, if you were to even go on my Instagram, pretty much 90% of all of my posts involve something about electronic music or whatever. But it's funny because over so many years, they've always kind of reminded me of how they enjoy seeing my reaction whenever I listen to electronic music, whether I'm the one driving and I have a track playing in my car, and they'll be in the passenger seat and they'll see me just kind of like go crazy and just show out, or just, you know, just have fun, because that's just the feeling that it gives me. You know, there are times where I'll listen to a track, you know, by one of my favorite electronic music artists, and I'll just really like sit down and just take it all in. And sometimes like you'll see me cry, sometimes you'll see me like jump up and down and just go crazy. That is just what electronic music does, and only the true diehard fans understand where I'm coming from. So, you know, with that being said, I felt like doing this project will give you guys a glimpse of what it really means to be a diehard fan of electronic music. Like, you guys will get to see my live reaction as I listen to, you know, so many different tracks, many of which I've already heard and listened to 1,000 times, and then also many of which I have yet to hear. So you guys will see like a live reaction, and then you know, a lot of the videos will also be what I refer to as revisitations, which is basically like me listening to a certain track that I've already heard, you know, many times, but you guys will get to hear my reaction and my thoughts and everything. And that's pretty much going to be the case in all of my videos. So I'm actually very excited to take you guys along this journey, because again, no one else has done this before, so I felt like it'd be a really interesting project for me to get myself involved in. And one other thing that I wanted to touch base on is that there's a lot of people out there in the world who don't necessarily understand the intent or the purpose behind electronic music. They assume that electronic music is just music with a bunch of noises and sounds and randomization and percussions or whatever. They don't understand the mission of electronic music, you know, and it's electronic music has the same mission as R&B, you know, with soulful lyrics. You know, it is created and constructed in a way to invoke emotions. It's not all about just a hard pounding 4x4 kick drum. It's a lot deeper than that. Electronic music is constructed in a way where it takes you on a journey. And that's why a lot of electronic music is progressive, because it tells a story. You know, it has like it has an intro, you know, it has a prologue, and then it goes to the first chapter, and then it just kind of takes you along that journey. And it has different stages, kind of like when you read a book. It has like, you know, a starting point, and then it has like the rising action, and then it has the climax, and then it goes back down. And it's wonderful. It's truly wonderful. And electronic music really invokes a lot of emotion in the listeners, especially those who are like diehard listeners, diehard fans of electronic music, such as myself. And I've been this way since I was 8 years old, and I just turned 27 a few months ago, so this ain't going nowhere. Again, I think this is going to be a very interesting journey. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'm going to do my best to make sure that these videos are of the highest quality. There's still some more equipment that I'd like to get. There's still some more, you know, things that I want to do with my videos in terms of like special effects and you know, video editing and stuff like that. Of course, I'll get better and I'll improve as I go, but this is just the very first video, so the first of many. So I really appreciate you guys watching this video, and if you're curious to see how this goes, you know, subscribe, do the little notification bell or whatever. And I'm not going to say that in every video because I feel like that's very cringeworthy, but I would really appreciate it if you guys would subscribe, or even just like follow my Instagram or whatnot, so that way you guys can just kind of be up to date in the loop of things. And also, if you guys have song requests, if you guys want me to react to a particular track, what you can do is leave that track in the comments below, and then I'll basically go based off of whichever one has the highest number of upvotes. So you guys just kind of leave it, just go in the comment section and just run wild, and I'll make sure I'll go down there, and at the start of every video I'll post the next track that I'll be doing in the next video. So yeah, you guys will really enjoy it. So thank you for watching, and until next time, look forward to my very first Techno Reactions video. Thank you for watching.